Hey guys, it's Ryan here with Hobbies of Man once again, and today we're doing another episode of the Sword and Sorcery Book Club. Today we're looking at what I will be reading for Cimmerian September. Now, Cimmerian September is a reading event that was created by Michael Kane about 2 or 3 years ago. I can't remember exactly. He runs the YouTube channel Michael Kane, and he has a specific program or video series related to Robert E. Howard, the Robert E. Howard Show. And one day, since he follows a lot of other people and other creators, and a lot of them do these reading challenges, he decided that he wanted to do one himself. And so he came up with Cimmerian September. And last year, after the big success of the Conan comic book, Robert E. Howard fans actually ended up using Cimmerian September as a way to broaden the community. And even Jim Zub, the current writer of the Conan comic book, took up the challenge, and he read through all of the original Conan stories last year as he prepared to write all the stories that he's writing for us now, right? And I don't know if the foundation has really worked on making the Robert E. Howard reading challenge or Cimmerian September like a thing. I hope they do. I think that they would be it would be in the best interest to do so, because it would help them kind of garner support and maybe develop a funnel for book buying from the foundation through this. A lot of people, myself included, talk about the foundation's ability to print books and the fact that they have books that cover stories that Robert E. Howard wrote that are not collected in the Del Rey mass market books that are available, right? Everything that relates to his boxing stories and some of his lesser known characters are all under the Foundation Press's book series. And so the Foundation Press really should do something to develop the idea of Cimmerian September. Maybe get Michael Kane to do a live stream with them over September or something like that. I'm not really sure. Yeah, but what I'm going to be reading is the last couple of stories that I have left for the Scourge of the Serpent reading challenge, the Road to the Scourge of the Serpent, which is going to be the Hunter in the Ring, Fist and Fang, and Bulldog Breed, and then the Serpent Ring comic book series. And so the Hunter in the Ring is available in the Del Rey collection of Robert E. Howard's horror stories, which is this one. This one feels kind of weird, like maybe it was printed on demand or something. I'm not really sure. It feels kind of odd, but it is what it is. I got this one. I think my sister gave this to me for my birthday or for Christmas one year. I can't remember. Maybe it was my graduation from college. I don't remember. But my sister gave me half of these books throughout the last couple of years. The Hunter in the Ring is, let's see. I feel like I couldn't find it last time, but I know it's in here. It's on page 410. It's 14 pages long, so it's near the end of the series, or near the end of the book. And it is a Kirawan story, Conrad and Kirawan story, but I can't remember if both of them are in it. I think only Kirawan is, because it's about a woman that he's interacting with, if I remember correctly, based on the synopsis, but I'm not sure if that's true. So that's one thing that I'm going to read. Fist and Fang and Bulldog Breed are not available to read anywhere, like physically. I don't have a book that has them, so I will be relying on Gutenberg, on Project Gutenberg, to hopefully be able to read them. If I can't, I'll have to find a different way to access them. Maybe I'll ask the Foundation Press if they have a digital copy of something they can let me borrow just for those two stories. But they should be available on the Project Gutenberg websites across the world. So I'll hopefully read it through that. And then the Solomon Kane story. So this is Serpent Ring. This is book 4. This is book 3, book 2, and book 1. This is Solomon Kane's Serpent Ring, which is the first new series for Solomon Kane. It's written by Pat Searcher. I already did reviews for each of these individually, but it's always good to also do a full series review. And I recommend you guys read this, and it should be available for purchase as a collected edition in the next couple of weeks, I think. So you can get your hands on it if you want to join in with me on this. Otherwise, you're going to have to buy the digital editions of the issues or track them down at your local stores, which might be difficult because I don't think that Solomon Kane had the best distribution this year, because when it was coming out was at the same time as Diamond imploding, and so that actually affected their ability to ship out books for a while. And I actually ended up getting all of mine much later than they really should have, and that was because of that issue, right? My comic book store is pretty small, and they don't really order enough to be relevant enough to really get catered to. And so a lot of books that they order probably don't even show up until a few weeks after they should, at least from smaller publishers, right? The big two usually send all their books properly. But with the issues that Diamond had, it was pretty difficult for a while. So yeah, and then finally, my actual Cimmerian September Robert E. Howard stories that I'm going to read are going to be this: the Fist of Iron, Book 1 of 4, or Round 1 of 4, by Robert E. Howard. This is the new book that the Foundation Press came out with. This is basically their deluxe edition line. They remastered some of the works that they've published before. They made them accessible in hardcover and paperback in this digest size. And I don't think they'll do mass market. I don't think it really worked for them. But these are available. This is book 15 in the library. And there should be 4 of these total. They're going to come out in the next couple months and in the next couple years. This first one was worked on by a few people, mostly Chris Gruber, Patrice Launay, Mark Finn, and Paul Herman. And I got Mark Finn and Chris Gruber to sign these for me. I think I also got Paul Herman as well. And the cover is illustrated by Mark Wheatley, who was one of the guests of honor at this past Howard Days this year. So very cool stuff there. I'm very much looking forward to these. I've heard 3 of the stories since they were presented to us at the boxing panel this year, but I will be reading through all of these hopefully soon, and it'll be pretty fun. I'm very excited for this because these stories are pretty interesting, even if they're not necessarily stories that I would have read on my own without having gone to Howard Days and really learning about them, right? So yeah, those are the things I'm going to read for this month, Cimmerian September. Hopefully I get through all of them. I don't know. Last year I didn't really do that well about that, and this year I actually have more stuff going on since I'm starting a new job and still doing my MBA program, right? So I have 3 classes for that, which are all 3 hours long, and there's 3 of them that I have to take. And then I have a full-time internship that I'm going to be doing. So I don't know how much time I'll have. Maybe I'll be running around like Michael K. Vaughan and just constantly telling you guys I don't have time to read in my videos, but hopefully I'll get through this. And yeah, there you go. So what are you guys reading for Cimmerian September? Let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching, and see you guys in the next video, which should be in 2 days from when I publish this, I think. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys soon.